Alright guys, welcome to my channel. Guys, so there is a religious war going on in Nigeria. Most especially, this has to do with the Fulani Herdsmen. If you go to Benue right now as we speak, there is a serious religious war that is taking that is unaliving people, and then also that is taking away the resources of the people, the investment of the people. Everything is crashing at the same time. Churches are being attacked. Over 40 something churches has been attacked, and the individuals that have actually been running the church, the persons that are the church members, all of them has been displaced. And a whole lot has been happening recently in those communities. I would like you guys to pay attention to all that is going to actually outplay in this particular video that I'm about to play to you, so that you get a complete information on what is currently going on in Benue State and some other villages in Nigeria, all right? So let's go straight into that particular update, and we'll be right back.
There is a religious war going on in this country, systematic jihad going on in Nigeria, disguised as Fulani Herdsmen, disguised as banditry in the north, and disguised as herdsmen attacks in the south. I am saying this because recently in Benue State, the Catholic Church has closed down 15 parishes because of killings of reverend fathers and attacks in churches and killing of members, worshippers. The church has finally closed down 15 of its branches. Benue State, it seems, is a test ground for these jihadists. The Middle Belt in whole looks like a testing ground. Because tell me, why will Benue State and Plateau State in the Middle Belt repeatedly be having it deadly every week, every day? Why? With no response. And we have a military, a police, and other security institutions well armed and equipped. And we have a government, both state and federal. What are they doing? Nnamdi Kanu has said this, that these herdsmen are not herdsmen. They are Boko Haram, disguised with cows, sent to the south to go and attack, to go and destroy. And now they have started. If not, tell me, does a church resemble a farm? Does a man on white, a reverend father, resemble a farmer? Does the church, does the members resemble a village? What is the relationship between cows and the church? Put it together, and your guess will be as good as mine. Nigeria is under a religious war, and it's time everybody stands up to defend, to protect their communities. It is no longer time to start waiting, because like you heard, even the DSS man, the army man, they've come out to say that they cannot protect everybody. How can somebody leave a whole north, come down to the south, come down to the Middle Belt, and all he can think of doing is to make life unbearable for his hosts? You can imagine somebody, maybe an Igbo man, traveling from Onitsha to Kano State and start wreaking havoc in Kano State, in Katsina State, Zamfara State. An Igbo man doing that. What do you think is going to happen? And sometimes you come on social media and you see some people from that part of the country defending terrorists. Defending it. How can you? And you see the impunity. Sometimes I hear of situations that people gang together to fight back. And that is when you see security people will come out and say, they will now rush and come. T.Y. Danjuma said the other day that they collude with security agencies. Say they collude.
These are not neutral. They collude. They collude.
They work together. Is he lying? A general of Nigerian army that has been chief of staff, chief of defense, chief of security, telling you that the security of the country is colluding with these terrorists. Did he lie? Did they arrest him for lying? Did they question him for lying? Because he said the truth. There is no lie in what he said. There are lots of videos on the net of even army officers themselves coming out to accuse the army.
So it's no longer news that most of these Fulani Herdsmen that invade most of the communities in Nigeria, they actually have the reason why they do it with so much confidence is because of, some of them, if you talk to them, you find out that they have already given out money to some of the traditional rulers in those areas. And they have already given up money also to some of the security agencies in those particular areas. All right. So it is more easy for them to operate. And someone paying money to have hold or to take hold of a particular area or take hold of a particular environment for something, maybe for a business, and then all of a sudden someone comes up from nowhere and then says to him, no, this thing is never going to be possible. I don't want you to do this. Why you have already paid more? And this is the reason why most of the times the Fulani Herdsmen, whenever they are taking actions, they do it as if they don't really care. Like sometimes you ask yourself, what has the villages done to these people? Truthfully, there have been some community agencies or the security agencies or traditional rulers that are taking money. And because of that, you cannot tell these same people that has already paid money to have their cow fed in those villages to leave. And then they find it very, very offensive and they want to react. That's why you see a lot of the parents in most of those communities. And to the community or traditional rulers that has been taking money to harbor Fulani herdsmen and then act as if they never knew anything about it. And this is the reason why sometimes most of these things are happening. And you call on these security operatives, they will tell you that, oh, we are not aware of what's going on. And even if they are coming, they will make sure before they comes to the scene, they comes after the incidents has taken place, and probably some lives has been on our lives. And then you see them acting as if they never knew what's happening. All right, so this got to stop so that the security in Nigeria can be trusted. Now, people no longer travel like the way they do before. Why? Because, you're traveling on the one, all of a sudden, someone comes out from the bush, and before you know it, so it keeps happening over and over, like we see it on social media on a daily basis. So this got to stop, all right? So let me take you into the next update that we have. So this update is about the Biafran government in Nigeria. There is this group, another part of Nigeria, the eastern part of Nigeria, that is breaking out from the country Nigeria, right? So I want you guys to listen to everything that happened in this particular video. If you're a Biafran, fine. If you're not a Biafran, please feel free to listen on the information that is going on also, so you stay updated on what's going on within the environs of Nigeria. So let's go into the update.
I'm a very corrupt man, highly corrupt. Tinubu is a very corrupt man. So whatever they are doing now is crying of a dying horse. They don't have anything to offer to Biafrans, and that's why they are always, trying to bring so many stupid things. When you look at the letter, it's so stupid to the extent that at the end of the day, you are shooting yourselves in the legs. So because he who accuses must come to prove. And I'm telling you, the government is not really going to allow this to slide now, to be honest. I'm telling you. So in few days to come, in few weeks to come, you will scare the result. And let me tell Biafrans something. People asked me a question: what has this government achieved under Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Arabweze? And I want to say this to them. Number one, when you hate somebody, you will never see the result of what they are doing because of your hatred, because of your bitterness, because you don't believe that that person can pull any plugs that is positive. That is how you people think. That is what you people think. That is how you think. You think very shallow because your mind is made up that this person can never make it, and you don't want to be under this person's leadership. That is what is happening, and it is a welcome development because it's even happening in it happened in Buhari's administration. It's happening in Tinubu's administration. So, but Tinubu's own is very different because he's a very corrupt man, a very very corrupt man indeed. I can tell you for free. Now, you see, this Dr. Ngozi Orabueze has really done a lot for Biafrans. Number one is that she has been able to open the first embassy of the United States of Biafra in the United States. That is one step. Secondly, our constitution has gotten to Amazon, so you can go and grab your copy. Now, let me tell people what Amazon is all about. Amazon is international. You understand? It's worldwide in the whole of Europe. I don't know if Amazon is in Africa, but I don't know about, like, Amazon is in the whole of Africa, in the whole of Europe and the world. Now, if Amazon can accept the constitution of Biafra, which means that constitution is authentic and it is original. Do you understand? And which means that they have beginning to realize that Biafra has been redeclared, and so many countries has been recognized Biafra, or has rather recognized Biafra. And I'm telling you the truth. So the letter you see from the camp of Ogenkere, like I keep telling you, Ogenkere is a 3 minutes Ogenkere is, and I have challenged him several times to sue me. Comes out here to say that he never collected money to do this nonsense he's doing. Ogenkere is a very bad man, very very bad man. I'm telling you, he's a very corrupt person, very corrupt. I'm not scared of telling you guys that Ogenkere was paid huge amount of money by the Nigerian government to scatter the redeclaration of the independent state of Biafra. And they can write a suit letter to me as well. Please, I would like one copy, because these people are just useless. They are completely mad people. Mad people indeed. Again, Biafrans, don't, you see, let me tell Biafrans what is going on a little bit. Let us gist. You see the coming out of Mazi Simon, Nigeria can no longer sleep, because they would have rather leave him to remain wherever he is so that they can be lying to you people. But you see, this is coming out. It has scattered a lot of things. Now you know that, one, Simon Ekpa cannot come to Nigeria for any reason. His case will be heard in Lati, Finland. And after then, Nigeria will come to Finland. He will drag Nigeria to Finland. And Nigeria will be dragged to ICC at the end of this case, because Nigeria will not win this case. I'm telling you the truth. Secondly, it would have been better if, Simon Ekpa, if this redeclaration was never made possible. If this redeclaration did not happen, then Simon Ekpa can go to hell. Now, their plan was Simon Ekpa to come to Nigeria so that they can jail him perpetually. I don't know what they promised Finland. I don't know what they have given to Finland. I don't know, and I don't care to know. You see, this case, they can never win it. I'm telling you the truth. They might have money to bribe, but they don't have money to boost their economy, and that's why you see Nigerians running away from Nigeria to go to other countries to have a better life, when we have everything in Nigeria. So disregard any information that is coming from that contraction, from that group. They cannot do like more than a dead fly. I'm telling you. You have an MA is just pasmaggering. They are just, everything they are doing is dead on arrival. Excuse me. Everything that they are doing, they don't have swag. So please stop panicking. Nobody should blink. Nobody should flinch for one bit. They do not have the card to play. They don't have those cards. I'm telling you. They do not have those cards. No, a lot of times they come to deceive Biafrans, trying to lie to Biafrans, try to, make Biafrans feel that Madam Orabueze is a bad person. Nigeria, you must come to Finland. You must come to Finland. You must come to Finland. And I'm telling you, this is not the time of lying. You will come. He who accuses must come to defend. Like he who accuses definitely must come to defend. Sorry, I wanted to get on my feet. I've been tired, I'm coming from. Now, he who accuses must come to defend, and Nigeria must come to Finland, to the international court, to defend themselves. And Biafran, you see, one thing about this case is the world will be watching. The world, for the first time, will be listening to Biafran's case. Thank you for what you do for us, for what you do for Biafrans. You have really proven that you are indeed a man. And likewise, we that we are here, we would never, not any day, not tomorrow, not ever, move backwards one bit. We are here to defend our mandate. And somebody was asking me, can Wisu defend our people? Can Wisu defend our people? Let me tell you something. You see what illiteracy does? Illiteracy makes you feel that you are intelligent. It makes you look as if you are intelligent. But there are so many people that are illiterate minded, but they know what they do. But some of them, they just bring out their stupidity to show to the world that they are very stupid and myopic in thinking. Now, there is this thing that they call Ogene. Is it Ogene they call it? This thing that they used to hit during the olden days, where if we want to call for meeting, they will go and be hitting that thing early in the morning, and the tank crier will be hitting it and be calling, if we want to see also by so time. And I witnessed those things, and when they hit it, everybody will now come out, And I have been in Lagos State where OPC was operating for some time, and they used to use whistle. Anytime they see thief, they'll start blowing their whistle. The first person will blow it, second person will, the third person will blow it, and everybody will start blowing it. They will know that there is danger around. The thief will not escape. So people will wake up and be alerted, and everybody will come out and see what is going on and have a way to defend themselves or to go after the criminals. Now, in a way, they were able to use it. I was a witness to that. They were able to use it to curb insecurity a little bit. But here is our own case. Everything we bring out, this woman brings out, they try to sabotage. They try to sabotage just because they have been paid to do what they are doing. And thirdly, I need you to understand that this is Biafran's liberation. It's not an easy fight. Do you see since how many years they kidnapped Mazin and they can? Over 5 years. And the people in DOS, they have been fighting tooth and nail to bring this, redeclaration of independent state of Biafra to the news of their stupidity. But they weren't able to pull that plug actually. Now, Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention for over 5 years. They are still fighting to anybody that stands up to fight for this liberation. They continue to fight. Now, it is not an easy task. Now, Mazi Simon Ekpa came out, they fought him. Madam Morabezi came up, they are fighting her, to tell you that it is not an easy fight. But we are winning this game.